Hey everyone, welcome to Snack Vegan. We're eating on the cheap. Doesn't have to kill you. I'm Cathy, and I'm here to give you an update. So me and Patty are getting our COVID shots on March 25th. As soon as they opened it up for 60 plus, I went online and a whole bunch of, I just got out of the shower, whole bunch of appointments had already been snatched up. So March 25th, I get mine or she gets hers at 1:40, I get mine at 2:15, something like that. So, or 2:20, something like that. So we found it back to back and we got it scheduled and we'll wait another month, but that's okay. So we're going to do that. Also wanted to update you on a little thing with me. I have noticed and other people have noticed and brought to my attention that I have been out of sorts. And I agree. I have been very short-tempered, very no energy, low energy, don't care, eating once a day, loss of appetite. I guess my doctor went through a checklist, and I guess I'm going to start on citalopram, which is okay. I reached out to the doctor and I thought I needed some help, so I'm getting the help. So I wanted you to know that. And everything else is okay. Patty's doing fine. She has her speech therapy today here at the house at 3. And doing okay. So that's the only updates that I can think of to tell you. That's all. So, thanks for Barry Nimitz, your message, and Carol. Anyway, Miss Hamill, I think it is. Anyway, thanks for your messages and thanks for your continued support. And maybe once I get on this medication and get squared away, the doctor put me on Prevacid. He changed the medication from atorvastatin to Prevacid, and that had to go through what do you call it, pre-authorization, because they don't carry it on the list anymore. So I just got that today, and I'll be getting my new medicines that I just talked about probably Friday. So they said it'd be a couple, 3 weeks before that got in my system, and I hope it changes things. I've been really out of sorts. I mean, snappy, ill, just don't want to be bothered, and no patience, no tolerance at all for a lot of things. So I snapped at one of my neighbors the other day because I had gotten my parking spot cleared out so I could take Patty to her appointment because we couldn't miss that appointment. Been waiting 8 months for that appointment. And then when we got back, the neighbor that was in the first handicap spot next to us, jumped into my spot that we had cleared out, had cleared out. And I went to her door and told her how inconsiderate I thought she was. I was ugly. I was mean and hateful and ugly. And, I don't apologize for what I said because I meant it. But how I said it and the inflection I said it in and the tone in my voice was awful. And I came home and reflected on that after I'd written somebody about rah, 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 venting. So, time for me to reach out for some help, I reckon. Nothing wrong with that. So I did. and we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I saw that said person in the lobby downstairs, and I did not apologize for what I said. But I did let her know that I reached out to get some help about how I say things and the underlying cause of that snappiness, which is depression. It's depression. And just need some help with it, that's all. So I'm getting it, just to let you know. Let's see, anything else? Nothing else. I don't think I have anything else. That's all. So thanks everybody for reaching out, and thanks for supporting Patty and asking about our COVID shots and stuff like that. So March 25th is when we get our COVID shot here at the Coliseum. And my doctor said today that, well, some people have just had a little sore arm. I'm like, look, I can handle that. She goes, you might want to rest or, lay down. Or, look, I'm tired and laying down a lot anyway. So what's the difference? So it doesn't matter. I've got my turmeric and honey. I can handle inflammation. We'll get that done, and it's not a big deal. I'd rather have a sore arm than a body in a bag. So let's just do that, shall we? In the meantime, we go Friday for the results for Patty's tests. But it's not like a pass-fail kind of test. It's just to kind of gauge where her progression is on the aphasia. I have noticed more and more, just to let you know, that her speech is more and more jumbled up. Her comprehension is okay as long as you speak slower. I mean, not like real slow like that. I mean, just speak slower and in an even tone. And her sense of humor is intact. Everything. I mean, she's baking. She loves to cook, so she's doing all that. So far, the house hasn't burned down. No, she's good. But I have noticed that her speech is getting progressively more and more, jumbled up. But we'll see. We'll see what they say, what the survey says on Friday. And then we get those results to the University of Texas Aphasia Lab and see if she qualifies for their clinical trials. Because they're the only ones in the nation that are actually doing clinical trials on this particular kind of aphasia. And it's rare. It's a rare thing. And so I'm really glad I hooked up with that and got involved in that. And but we had to have the results of this first. So she's currently on some kind of medication for trying to keep the progression at bay or slow it down some, but there's no real way to measure that. So we go back and see that person, I think, in a couple of weeks, and we'll just kind of combine the test with this and that, and if they need to adjust her medication, they will, but nothing they give her can stop it. It is a progressive thing that cannot be stopped. So, but I would not say that what she's experiencing now, is doom and gloom. It's not even close. I mean, she still has moments where she speaks perfectly. And she still does her Sudoku puzzles. And she loves like things like Mahjong and, word seek and find things. And she loves that. And so, and she's very good at it. She said one of the tests was spatial thing where they had like one box laid on top of another box on paper, drawing. And she was supposed to imagine a 3D thing. I'm like, I can't do those things either. I just had to say, forget about it. But so she was laughing about that. And there was another part of the test she mentioned where I think she had to count down by 8, from 100 to count down by 3s or something like that. It was 3, it wasn't 8. And so she got okay. She goes, I think I got to 60 and just froze and couldn't figure it out. I'm like, well, if you have a piece of paper to write on to help, that helps. But no paper allowed. Got to do it in your head. I'm like, ugh. But she's a sport. She's such a good sport, and she's cooperating fully with all of her doctors and meds and everything else. She's just a trooper, if there ever was one. And I'm so grateful to have her as a friend and be able to help in any way I can help. Not to mention I'm legally required to help her, but it's a joy. So, okay. But, excuse me. I just want to, pop in and let you know about that because a couple people have been asking. So I just thought I'd tell all of you and let you know what's been going on with me. Kind of in a funk and just grumpy. I have been one grumpy bitch. I have been bitchy. I mean, just bitchy. And I'm not a bitchy person. I'm not. I'm just not. I cannot let that go. So ask for help, and I'm getting it. So we'll see how that flies. See if my personality changes. See if I get any more energy or wanting to do things. Because right now I'm just not. Right now I am not wanting to do anything. I do my laundry because I have to. You do all the things. But as far as like deep cleaning the house or, taking extra care with my laundry. I mean, I'll do my laundry. I'll just keep it in a basket instead of putting it away or little things like that. But I always keep my kitchen clean. That's one thing I can say about me. My kitchen, I keep my kitchen clean. But in my bathroom. But the rest of it, hell, I hadn't made my bed in 3 weeks. I got clean sheets to put on it. I ain't done it. I've been sleeping between the blanket and the quilt for 3 weeks. So, things like that happen. So just want to let you know what's going on and all of that. So whoever's on the stream, hi. We've had like 3 people pop in and out. But anyway, I appreciate the one loyal person that's always here first. Whoever that is, I kind of think I know who it is, but I don't know. But I just want to send everybody a virtual hug and let you know that you're in my thoughts. I wish everything good for you, and I hope you're doing well through all of this. Indiana, Fort Wayne anyway, is going to be going through a thaw out next week. We might even get to 50 degrees. Woo! I'll look forward to that. Because I am ready. I mean, I'm really ready to, try to get out and do things. But I don't really have the will or the want to do it. And when I do go out, I don't ever have any money to do anything with. So I always like, why go? But I think I've also decided that with this next stimulus check, I'm just going to hold on to it. I might put $400 on my electric bill because it was $168. My electric bill was $168 this month. I just got it in the mail today. Shit, man. That's bonkers. Hang on a minute. Just wait right there. Okay, correction. $162. That is effed up. I mean, completely effed up. So, I did see a thing on, I saw a little video, and let me see. It's not Zyger. That's not the one I want. Hang on a minute. I'm looking it up for you. Power Save. That's it right here. It's called Power Save. Energy Saver Electricity Savings Box Household. Da 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 da. And here's the link to it. I'm going to get me 2 of them if I can. Oh, the link is too big. Dang God. Let me use Bitly here. Let me see if I can do that. Because I'm going to definitely get 2 of these as soon as I can. Which I don't know when that's going to be. But hang on a minute. Let me get rid of that long link for you. It's called Power Saver, and it's supposed to cut your electric bill in half within 2 months. So it just, like when I was in school, we studied electricity, kilowatt hours and this and that, and how to separate the actual use from the vampire usage. It's called vampire power, or sine, S-I-N-E, signals. And this cuts out the sine signals. And there it is right there. That's the link to it right there. That cuts out the sine signals, and so you're not charged. And instead of your electricity use just like pulsing up and up and up, and with the sine, S-I-N-E, fluctuations, this levels that out. So it eliminates that sine noise and cuts your bill significantly. So for my apartment, I need 2 of them. So as soon as I can get them, I'm going to get them. And I will get back to you, because this right here, that's just 1 month. That's for the birds. That is for the birds. 1,000 square foot apartment. That's just an apartment. So just freaking bonkers. And this bill carries me up to the 16th. So that don't even cover the ice storm and snowstorm we went through after that last week. So I'm going to check that out. I hope you check that out too, whichever side it's on for you in the chat. That Amazon link is to that power saver. I hope I used the right link. Let me see. Let me make sure I use the right link for you. Yeah, that's the one. That's the right one. So you need one of those for every 500 square feet in your house. So read up about it. It was a MIT student that created it, that made that possible. So, but there's lots of different brands, but the Power Saver brand is the one you want to get. Anyway, that's all I have. So anyway, I was talking about, that's all I have on that. The stimulus, if we get it. I imagine we will get it. I'm going to just go ahead and put $400 on my electric bill. It's only going to help me for a couple months, but that's a couple months. We'll be okay. I have given up on me getting a chair, and I have given up on me getting a mattress. So after that, I might get, a couple shirts or something. I'm definitely taking Austin to the groomer. He hasn't had a bath in 2 years. I've been using wipes on him and washcloth and trimming him up myself at home, but Austin's going to need shots, and Austin needs a groomer. So that's going to happen with my stimulus check. And as for me, I'll just probably pick up a couple shirts, pair of pants or something. And I would like a nice set of cookware. I would say that, but that's not necessary. I might just hold on because you never know what's going to happen with that daggone car, right? You never know. And I do plan, once I get to feeling better, hopefully these meds will kick in and I'll feel like going out and doing more. I want to go somewhere. And if I can, maybe towards the end of the summer, maybe September, October, when this COVID mess has calmed down, I want to take Patty to see her sister because her sister's not getting any younger. And I had the regret of I've been too poor to even go see my sister before she died. I didn't have the money. I didn't have a credit card because by the time my sister got sick enough and was in hospice care, or even before hospice care, about 3 years before, I'd cut up all my credit cards, said I'd never use another one. And then I couldn't go see my sister. I couldn't even go to her funeral. I didn't have the money. I couldn't go. And that is how that went down. So I don't want Patty to have that same regret, and I don't want her sister to have that same regret. So it would be 2 flights from Fort Wayne to Jacksonville, Florida, round trip, and probably 4 days in a hotel, or 4 nights, 3 days, or I don't know, but not long, not even a whole week, but just I want her to be able to see her and talk to her and interact with her, and then us get home, because I'm going to also have to put Austin and Abby in boarding to get that done. But the time is approaching with Patty's progression and Carol's health that I've got to somehow bring the 2 of them together before the end of the year, so I can say that was done. It's probably going to take $1,000. But I want to go ahead and do what I can to lock that in as best as I can. If you want to help me out, there's a link below for Patty's reunification with her sister. But I want to get that done by the end of the year because this is a progressive disease, and I want them to be able to see each other before both or either one of them are not able to do that. So, that's just something I want to do because, like I said, I have the regret of not being able to see my sister before she died or after she died. You know what I mean? So that's going to be a goal of mine for the rest of 2021 is to get that $1,000 together and get Patty to see her sister, and I'm going to have to go with her. So, I love her sister too. But we'll need a hotel and, probably a rental car for the 3 days. Her sister don't drive. So, it adds on and adds on because the rental car company is going to charge you, $250, $300 deposit. They're going to take that right out of your account until you return the car, and then they give it back to you. But you got to have that money in your account, to have it. So, I don't know. Things, it's just something I feel like I need to do before the end of the year and before it gets cold. And while it's not too hot in Jacksonville. So I'd probably say September, after Labor Day, rates go down. Or no, but a little bit before Labor Day, because the rates go up after Labor Day in the South because it's warmer. But anyway, that's where I'm at. That's what we're doing. That's the only updates I have right now. So I hope you're doing well. Please stay safe and wear a mask if you go out. And Just remember, one little random act of kindness can change somebody's day and yours. And I hope someone does that for you. And I hope somehow, and even the smallest kind of way, you can do that for someone else. Stay safe. Love y'all. And I'll keep you updated on what's going on. And thanks for the notes and the letters and stuff. Thanks a lot for the little comments and stuff. And y'all have a really good day now. Bye-bye.